Rosa presents Lizzie's War by Rosie Clarke. Narrated by Juliette Burton. Prologue. When shall I see you again? Lizzie's throat was tight with tears as she looked at the man she loved. I know you can't tell me where you're going or what you'll be doing, and I don't want to know, but you will come home again one day. Promise me.
No, Lizzie Larch,
Sebastian said, and drew her to him in a loving embrace, kissing her mouth softly, tenderly, his fingers caressing her cheek as he gazed deep into her eyes.
I love you, my darling, and one day I'll come home for longer and we'll marry, but don't expect it to be next week or next month or perhaps even next year. I may be away for months, even years. I simply can't tell you.
I know. I'm sorry, Lizzie said. It's just that things have been so awful since Harry died, and I've never been so happy. This Christmas has been the best of my life. Sebastian had insisted on buying a tree and lots of gifts for her and Betty, even though at only a few months old, Lizzie's darling daughter was much too young to appreciate them. But Lizzie had, and the way Sebastian had behaved as though Betty was his own child, it was a promise he'd made her, unspoken but understood. Despite the few times they'd met over the last couple of years, mostly while she was working for Harry's uncle, for Lizzie it seemed as if she'd known him all her life. She instinctively knew that he was the man she should have married, if only she'd waited rather than let Harry rush her into marriage after her aunt died. Sebastian drew the line of her cheek, his finger trailing down her white throat to the pulse spot at the base.
Be brave for me, my Lizzie, and before you know it, all this pain and horror will be over. Tell me you understand that I have to do what I'm doing. Please.
Lizzie blinked away the tears and smiled. Of course I do, and I'm being silly and stupid, Sebastian. Go, leave now, before I beg you to stay. Sebastian kissed her one last time on the mouth, all the passion he felt pouring into that embrace, so that Lizzie felt his need and desire, and wished with all her heart that they'd made love. Yet it was by mutual consent that they'd waited, because, as Sebastian said, they really...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?